Hi ToyHound fans, this is ToyHound here to review a Transformers 4 Age of Extinction Construct-Bots Dinobots Grimlock. And here it is in the package. It shows Construct-Bots, it has a little hyphen. Build your bot, that shows Grimlock in his dinosaur mode. And it's based on the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction movie Grimlock. It's for ages 6+, it's got 25 pieces. Shows the Autobot symbol right there. Autobot symbol right there. And that's what it looks like on the back. It's got 12 steps to change, and you basically build it like you would a Lego set. And it has Optimus Prime, which you can buy separately. It's produced by Hasbro. There's other information. That's what it looks like on the bottom. And next I'll show you it out of the package. And here, as you can see, is the Age of Extinction Dinobot Grimlock from the Construct-Bots line, assembled. I assembled him, of course. And that's what he looks like, right there. He's got really tall legs, and of course you can tell that's Grimlock in his robot mode. And he's got a similar gimmick to Voyager class Age of Extinction Grimlock. His does that. Show him. He's surprisingly bigger. Right there. So he's got like big bird feet. Kind of reminds me of Big Bird. And to transform it into robot mode, first what you do is you take the tail out, which becomes like a weapon. And then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to like grab onto these and pull. And the one problem with this toy is the tabs are so tight that, and the plastic is so chintzy. I don't know if it was just from me pulling it too hard or it's just not very good plastic, but as you can see it's already cracked. So that's one thing to be aware of. And then you just basically turn these, the arm, so you almost have to grab it with two hands or else you risk damaging it. I think that's the flaw of the toy, is the plastic isn't that great. Yeah, it's a $10 toy, but for $10 that's, I don't know. I got it mostly because of the robot mode, but after having the plastic kind of become weak, it's kind of disappointing, and I probably won't buy any more Construct-Bots because they're just, I don't know, they're not, for me, it's an okay toy, but is it worth $10? I don't think it is. But here's what it looks like, a close-up view in its robot mode. Has a nice sculpt on his head, of course. There's the Autobot symbol. And it's got good articulation, but the rubberized ball joints doesn't really help matters. If they were stiff ball joints, it would they'd hold in place better, but I think it's a bad idea to have the rubberized ball joints. It actually makes it so it's not very stable in standing. And of course you put his tail, which becomes like a sword, kinda. I don't know what weapon you would call it, but you can do that. And you can have his mouth moving. But what I think is a good idea is you pop this gear out, which it feels like a knockoff of Kinect's, and then you got more room so you can see the Dinobot's head better. In robot mode, I mean. It's not as visible, I should say. And it's got a good idea going with it. The fact that you just try piecing it together and the thing cracks on you. That I had a bad experience with this toy, and I do not recommend it. I know it's $10, it's cheap, it's affordable, just like the Crosshairs toy that I reviewed. Yeah, there's some cases where the plastic will be good on some toys, and there's cases where it won't. In this case, I bought it because my sister, she's got the Voyager class Grimlock, and I wanted a Grimlock. I didn't want to buy the leader class version because it looks like a semi-trailer with a Dinobot head, basically, because it's so out of proportion and it's very rectangular. And I got this and I thought, oh, it's only $10, and like I said, I just don't recommend this toy. And I want to show you quickly, this one Optimus Prime figure is supposed to snap on top of here like that. You're supposed to ride it just like you see in the movie trailer, but I don't know. I just don't. This is like a really cheap dollar store quality toy, and I'm really disappointed in it. Supposed to do that, of course. They had a good concept going with it, but I don't know. It's supposed to do that, but I think that's pretty dorky, and it doesn't stand very well. And if I was a little kid and 6 years old and I got this toy, I would lose interest in it and go on to the next toy, because if something falls apart on it from just trying to piece it together, it would just suck all the fun out of it. But I do suggest one Grimlock that's well worth the $10, and that's the one-step changing Grimlock, this one. I suggest this one totally. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of articulation, but I think it's well worth it. That's all I really have to say about this toy. If you'd like to see more videos, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below, and stay tuned for more reviews.